Hi, dear professor. My name is Zhang Zheyuan. I come from China. I started to learn violin at the age of 14, and up to now, I have been playing this instrument for more than 10 years. Personally speaking, to a visually impaired person like me, music always plays a more important role in my daily life because the sound usually acts as the essential way for me to touch and appreciate this world. At the early stage of my study, I absolutely encountered a lot of the difficulties and frustrations due to my visual impairment. For example, the biggest problem for me to learn music is that I cannot identify the music score and the music notation written on the paper. So I have to spend a large amount of time repeatedly listening to the recordings and try to memorize each note firmly in my mind. It is very hard and time-consuming to learn a new piece in this way. So at some point, I even asked myself, should I give up? But eventually, I conquered all of those frustrations and adversities in my learning process. In 2010, I passed the entrance examination of China Disabled People's Performing Arts Troupe and became the first blind violinist of this prestigious disabled people's performing arts troupe. Throughout my nearly 8 years of work in this troupe, I visited over 20 countries in Asia, Europe, South America, and Africa. My colleagues and I deliver our performance to the audiences all around the world on behalf of my country. At the same time, I was very fortunate to become the student of Chen Xi, the most eminent violinist in the world. All these years, Mr. Chen helped me to improve a lot of the basic skill of my violin playing and give me some professional suggestions on how to grasp the different music style coming from the different music period, which is very important. In 2015, I started my undergraduate study at the College of Special Education in Beijing Union University with the major in musicology, which nurtured my essential attributes as a professional musician, such as better aesthetic appreciation, strong abstract thinking ability, and rigorous academic attitude. However, I fully understand it is far from enough to refine my professional and music skill in undergraduate study in China. In order to become a dynamic and mature musician in the modern world, I need to develop my artistic vision in a broader context and hone my musicianship to become ever more confident in professional music performance. So I make the decision to pursue a master's degree in the United Kingdom. As one of the birthplaces of the Western classical music, UK always has the special significance for all music learners, especially for those who have great enthusiasm for classical music. So I hope one day I could set foot on such a magical land that has produced the countless and famous musicians to improve my professional skill and realize my personal value. I am a very keen student who is looking forward to the higher education presented by UK. So I suppose after graduation, I will return to my country and tell more people by the means of music. As a person born with visual impairment, I could also warm and motivate the whole world in my own way. And I would also like to tell some people like me, born with some physical defects, no matter what your current situation is, you can always stand on your own stage with firm belief and unremitting efforts to say a better word. Next, please let me to introduce my audition repertoire. First, I'm going to play the Bach Violin Solo Sonata No. 1 in G minor, Adagio and Fugue. The second is the first movement of Mendelssohn Violin Concerto in E minor. Thank you very much.